Hi Viridian, this is Scott Neill, proud resident and agency owner of Neill Insurance Brokers. We have some information to share with you regarding a condo form policy. It's called an HO6. And as y'all know, you have a master policy through Viridian that offers you protection for the outside catastrophic events of your buildings. But what about the inside? What about your personal property? But what about the cabinets and drawers and the flooring and all that stuff? So that's where I come in to help, is determining how much coverage you need for an HO6 policy. And I'm actually going to go over some of the important factors and meat and potatoes, if you will, of the policy when you talk to your insurance agent and discuss what coverage is right for you. So when it comes to an HO6 policy, it's a condo form policy, but it's for townhomes. Okay, so basically it covers 6-7 main parts, and the first part I'm going to start with is dwelling coverage. So that is your cabinets, your flooring, your drywall, because a condo form policy is the interior. It's your stud to stud, floor to ceiling coverage. You may not think it's a lot, but it adds up. If you have a pipe burst or a fire damage and there's smoke, it can be upwards of $150,000 in damage, because you got to replace cabinets, flooring, drywall. You got to replace all those fixtures. All that is part of your dwelling coverage, which is part A on your policy. Okay, next is personal property. So if you took the home, shook it upside down, what would fall out? That's your personal property. That's up to you. Most of our clients have anywhere from $75,000 to $150,000 in coverage. Just remember, if you have expensive jewelry, that needs to be listed as an article floater, because an HO6 policy has a maximum sublimit for those high value items. Next is loss of use. If your home is uninhabitable, the insurance company will basically place you in an apartment or a residence while your home is being rebuilt or reconstructed. Okay. Next is your equipment breakdown. This is an important endorsement. So if you have an electrical surge or a rupture in your HVAC or a major appliance, the insurance company will help replace or repair that piece of equipment, which is huge because those costs add up. Next is your liability claims. If you have a party and someone drinks too much alcohol and gets in a car wreck, we actually had a claim where the HO6 paid out for that because the party was held responsible for serving out of their home. Also includes things like dog bite or stuff like that, okay? Next endorsements are the water endorsements, okay? So these are not included on an HO6 and super important that you have them on your policy. The first one is water backup. So if you have a sewer line or a septic or whatever, no one has septic here, but you have a sewer backup and it goes into your home through your toilet or your shower or whatever, water backup will actually be covered on that policy, and it's an endorsement. It's, again, not automatically included. And we typically recommend $10,000 to $15,000, $20,000 depending on the size of your home. Next is your limited seepage and leakage water endorsement. So, for example, the 2021 freeze, a lot of people had immediate pipe bursts, but what if you had a chronic leak you didn't discover for 6 months down the road? That's when limited water hidden seepage and leakage endorsement comes into play. It's for those long chronic issues with water. And those are typically endorsed for $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. And then the most important endorsement everyone's talking about is the loss assessment coverage. That's if the HOA imposes a fee or a penalty because of the master policy maxing out their coverage. They now rely on your insurance policy to help cover the difference. Okay, so if there's a $550,000 claim and the max coverage on a building is $500,000, you're assessed a $50,000 loss assessment, your insurance policy would cover that. And we recommend $100,000 on your policy. So hopefully this was informative, short and sweet, and I think if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself. Again, I'm Scott Neill, local resident here in Viridian. You can reach me at 682-237-7975 or Scott, S-C-O-T-T, at Neill, N-E-I-L-L, insurance.com, or you can reach out to Bridget at the VRA office. Again, thank you so much for your time. Stay safe and always look out for your friends and family, and make sure you have the right insurance coverage in place. We'll talk to you soon.